Hmm. Hey everyone, Henry Yellow here, welcome back. Today we are going to watch Casablanca, and today is Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day everyone. Now on this day, I have chosen to watch this movie alone because um, I'm single. So if you're also single, then be like me, watch romance movies and enjoy them while being reminded of the sad fact that we're still single. If you are looking for a partner right now, then I wish you best of luck and I hope that on next year's Valentine's Day, you will have the love of your life who you can spend time with, watching movies or go on a date with. But of course, being single does have its perks because I always believe that you should. I believe it's better to find happiness by yourself first before you go looking for a partner because a partner should be considered an extra bonus to add more happiness to your life. Now, if you're not single, then just ignore everything that I just said. I hope that you are currently with the love of your life, and I wish you to a happily ever after, just like in the movies with happy endings. As for me, well, right now I will just enjoy Casablanca. Humphrey Bogart, Ingrid Bergman. Right, we just watched Ingrid Bergman in Spellbound. Yeah, the movie came out during World War II. Yep.
And so a tortuous, roundabout refugee trail sprang up across the Mediterranean to Oran,
Oh, that's a long journey.
to Casablanca in French Morocco, obtain exit visas and scurry to Lisbon, and from Lisbon to the New World.
I see.
German couriers carrying important official documents murdered on train from Oran. Round up all suspicious characters and search them for stolen documents.
These papers expired 3 weeks ago. You have to come along. Halt!
Was he the one they were looking for?
This is the customary roundup of refugees, liberals, and beautiful young girls for Monsieur Renault, the prefect of police.
Mr. Renault.
The scum of Europe has gravitated to Casablanca. Some of them have been waiting years for a visa. This place is full of vultures everywhere.
Are you one of them? Suspicious where he put his hands. I wonder if he stole his wallet or something.
I left my wallet in the hotel. Oh,
Yeah, I thought so. Always be wary when you're traveling.
Perhaps tomorrow we'll be on the plane.
May I present Captain Renault, Police Prefecture of Casablanca.
Unoccupied France welcomes you to Casablanca.
Thank you, Captain. It's very good to be here.
My men are rounding up twice the usual number of suspects.
You know already who the murderer is.
Tonight he'll be at Bricks. Everybody comes to Bricks.
If they already know who the murderer is, why do they still want to round up the people?
Yes, give me a thrill, honey, with all your balls. I love you still.
I'll never get out of here. I'll die in Casablanca.
Can't you make it just a little more, please?
It leaves at 1 tomorrow night.
Thank you.
And bring 15,000 francs in cash.
Everyone's trying to get out.
Will you ask Rick if he'll have a drink with us?
Madam, he never drinks with customers. Never. The leading banker in Amsterdam is now the pastry chef in our kitchen.
From banker to pastry chef. Wow.
When you first came to Casablanca, I thought...
You thought what?
What right do I have to think? You despise me, don't you?
Well, if I gave you any thought, I probably would.
You object to the kind of business I do, huh? I provide them with exit visas.
For a price, Ugarte. For a price.
Think of all the poor devils who can't meet Renault's price. You know what this is? Letters of transit, signed by General Vegon. Tonight I'll be selling those for more money than even I have ever dreamed of. And then, adio, Casablanca. Somehow, just because you despise me, you are the only one I trust.
Really?
I heard a rumor those 2 German couriers were carrying letters of transit.
Oh, I've heard that rumor too.
So it was Ugarte. And Rick seems to be the most powerful big shot here, so I guess it isn't wrong to hand over the letter of transit to Rick.
Just knuckle down and knock on wood.
Knock on wood.
Just knock on wood. Who's unlucky?
Ah, okay.
Let's knock on wood.
Hello, Ferrari. How's business at the Blue Parrot?
Fine, but I'd like to buy your cafe.
Not for sale at any price.
What do you want for Sam?
Sam Ferrari wants you to work for him at the Blue Parrot.
Oh, I like it fine here.
You double what I pay you.
I ain't got time to spend the money I make here.
Sam's a loyal one.
Yvonne, I love you.
Oh, shut up.
For you, I shut up. Because Yvonne, I love you. Some Germans, boo 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 boo, Davis check. Is that right?
From German, boo 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 boo.
Will I see you tonight?
I never make plans that far ahead.
Give me another.
Would you call that living in a moment?
Yvonne, I love you, but he pays me.
What a fool I was to fall for a man like you.
Go with the sergeant.
Yes, boss.
And come right back.
Yes, boss.
A gentleman inside has won 20,000 francs, and the cashier would like some money.
Things like that happen all the time.
I'm awfully sorry.
We're going to make an arrest in your cafe. If you're thinking of warning him, don't put yourself out. He cannot possibly escape.
I'd stick my neck out for nobody.
Rick, there are many exit visas sold in this cafe, but we know that you've never sold one. That is the reason we permit you to remain open.
I thought it was because I let you win at roulette.
That is another reason.
Victor Laszlo.
That is the first time I've ever seen you so impressed.
Well, he succeeded in impressing half the world. Escaped from a concentration camp. The Nazis have been chasing him all over Europe.
Oh.
20,000 francs says it isn't.
Make it 10. I'm only a poor, corrupt official.
A poor, corrupt official.
Whatever gave you the impression that I might be interested in helping Laszlo escape?
I suspect that under that cynical shell, you're at heart a sentimentalist. In 1935, you ran guns to Ethiopia. In 1936, you fought in Spain on the loyalist side. The winning side would have paid you much better.
Maybe.
See that Major Strasser gets a good table, one close to the ladies.
I have already given him the best, knowing he is German and will take it anyway.
Thank you.
Oh. Ooh. Okay, he chose to fight.
Rick, help me.
Be a fool, you can't get away.
Rick, hide me. Do something. Come on. Rick! When they come to get me, Rick, I hope you'll be more of a help.
I'd stick my neck out for nobody.
Oh, but Rick is gonna be in trouble if Ugarte says that he gave the letters to Rick.
Are you one of those people who cannot imagine the Germans and their beloved Paris?
Not particularly my beloved Paris.
Can you imagine us in London?
When you get there, ask me.
Who do you think will win the war?
I haven't the slightest idea.
Rick is completely neutral about everything.
You have to stay neutral at times.
Richard Blaine, American, age 37. We also know what you did in Paris, Mr. Blaine, and also we know why you left Paris.
My eyes really brown.
They look black to me, or gray.
Victor Laszlo published the foulest lies in the Prague newspapers until the very day we marched in. 3 times he slipped through our fingers. In Paris, he continued his activities.
And that's why you're hunting him across the world. He also ran away from the concentration camp. Good for him. Ah, there. Ingrid Bergman.
Victor Laszlo.
Yes, Monsieur Laszlo.
He used his own name. Isn't that too risky?
I saw no one of Ugarte's description.
Ugarte's gone.
You'll find a market there for this ring. The ring is quite unique.
Oh, yes, I'm very interested.
Wait a minute. We saw that symbol before.
I'll meet you in a few minutes at the bar. No, I don't think we want to buy the ring, but thank you for showing it to us.
Please, a bottle of your best champagne and put it on my bill. Very well, sir. They put it on the bill, I tear up the bill. It is very convenient.
I should like to discuss some matters arising from your presence on French soil. Tomorrow at 10 in the prefect's office.
Is it you or all that we come to your office?
Let us say it is my request. That is a much more pleasant word.
But the same meaning as an order.
This time they really mean to stop me.
Victor, I'm afraid for you.
We've been in difficult places before, haven't we?
I read 5 times that you were killed in 5 different places.
They're organized, monsieur. Underground, like everywhere else. Tomorrow night there's a meeting at the Cavern du Roi.
So they are the resistance, I guess.
Could you ask the piano player to come over here, please? Hello, Sam.
Hello, Miss Elsa. I never expect to see you again.
Where is Rick?
I don't know. I ain't seen him all night.
You used to be a much better liar, Sam.
Leave him alone, Miss Elsa. You bad luck to him.
Play as time goes by.
Well, I can't remember it, Miss Elsa.
I'll hum it for you.
You must remember this. A kiss is just a kiss as time goes by.
Sam, I thought I told you never to play.
Oh, Sam is getting out of there.
Join us for a drink.
Oh, no, Rick.
Well,
Never.
thanks, I will.
Well,
I congratulate you.
What for?
You work, I try. We all try, you succeed.
The last time we met.
Was La Belle Aurore.
How nice, you remembered. That was the day the Germans marched into Paris.
Not an easy day to forget.
your check, sir.
Oh, let
It's
me
my
please.
party.
Another president gone. This has been a very interesting evening.
All because of Ilsa, I'm sure.
There's still nobody in the world who can play as time goes by like Sam.
He hasn't played it in a long time.
He told Sam never to play it.
Very puzzling fellow, this Rick. What sort is he?
Oh, I really can't say, though. I saw him quite often in Paris.
I wonder what happened to Agarte. Probably being tortured in the police station.
Boss, ain't you going to bed?
Not right now.
Ain't you planning on going to bed in the near future?
No.
You ever going to bed?
No.
I ain't never going to bed for the rest of my life.
Let's go. Ain't nothing but trouble for you here.
Coming back. I know she's coming back. Go home, will you?
No, sir. I'm staying right here.
Sam's a loyal friend.
Of all the gin joints in all the towns in all the world, she walks into mine.
What happened in Paris? Of course he still loves her. Were they forcibly separated? I guess we'll find out. Ah, Paris, the city of romance.
Who are you really, and what were you before?
We said no questions.
Here's looking at you, kid.
Why, there is no other man in my life.
Uh-huh.
He's dead.
I'm sorry for asking.
And then the Germans invade.
Parisiens, les troupes françaises ont abandonné leur position. Les Allemands...
Richard, they'll find out your record. It won't be safe for you here.
I'm on that blacklist already.
A case of do or die.
As time goes by.
German's a little rusty.
It's the Gestapo.
Yeah, what about those who don't understand German?
With the whole world crumbling, we picked this time to fall in love.
Yeah, it's pretty bad timing.
Now we can run away.
Strange. I know so very little about you.
I know very little about you.
You said no questions.
The train from Marseille leaves at 5 o'clock. I'll pick you up at your hotel at 4:30.
No, I'll meet you at the station.
Say, why don't we get married in Marseille? Hey. Hey, what's wrong, kid?
But she can't go with him. Why?
Kiss me. Kiss me as if it were the last time.
I suppose it was.
Where is she? Have you seen her?
No, Mr. Richard, I can't find her. This note came just after you left.
Richard, I cannot go with you first or ever see you again. You must not ask why. Just believe that I love you. Something, my darling. I mean, it's a really nice touch that they, because of the rain, the ink is just slowly disappearing. That was nice. Even till the end, he doesn't know much about Ilsa. She really came.
Why did you have to come to Casablanca? There are other places. Richard, dear, I'll go with you any place. We'll get on a train together and never stop.
Don't, Rick.
Tell me, who was it you left me for? Was it Laszlo, or were there others in between?
I strongly suspect that Ugarte left the letters of transit with Mr. Blaine. Search the cafe immediately.
There's nothing we can do.
Oh, these two. We saw them at the beginning. Oops, sorry. Seems like they still haven't gotten out of Casablanca.
Captain, would you think it is possible that Laszlo will receive a visa?
I'm afraid not.
You may be in Casablanca indefinitely, or you may leave for Lisbon tomorrow, on one condition. You know the leader of the underground movement in Paris. Furnish me with their names and their exact whereabouts. You will have your visa in the morning.
If I didn't give them to you in a concentration camp, where you had more persuasive methods at your disposal, I certainly won't give them to you now. And what if you track down these men and kill them?
Of course they would.
Thousands would rise to take our places.
Oh.
No one could take your place in the event anything unfortunate should occur to you.
You won't dare to interfere with me here. This is still unoccupied France.
By the way, monsieur, last night you evinced an interest in Signor Ugarte.
May I speak to him now?
Signor Ugarte is dead.
Oh, they tortured him to death.
We haven't quite decided whether he committed suicide or
Die trying to escape.
That was a threat.
Excuse me, Captain. Another visa problem has come up.
Show her in.
Yes.
That's how they're forced to get their visa.
This is a job for Senor Ferrari. He has a monopoly on the black market. You will find him over there at the Blue Parrot.
Thanks.
Parrot.
Don't be too downhearted. Perhaps you can come to terms with Captain Reno. Thank you very much, Senor.
You've seen that couple a few times.
Every time you send my shipment over, it's always just a little bit short.
Carrying charges, my boy. No one knows where those letters of transit are. I have a proposition for whoever has those letters. I'll handle the entire transactions, take all the risk for a small percentage.
And the carrying charges?
Sure.
I think you know where those letters are.
Reno and Strasser probably think so, too. I came over here to give them a chance to ransack my place.
Oh.
Only 700 francs.
You're being cheated.
For friends of Rick's, we have a small discount. You can have it for 200.
That's a small discount.
Special friends of Rick's, we have a special discount of 100 francs.
Why not just give it to her for free?
Why did you come back? To tell me why you ran out on me at the railway station?
Yes. The Rick I knew in Paris, I could tell him he'd understand. But the one who looked at me with such hatred. We knew very little about each other when we were in love in Paris. If we leave it that way, maybe we'll remember those days, not Casablanca. Victor Laszlo is my husband. And was, even when I knew you in Paris.
Excuse me? So Ilsa was cheating on Victor?
Unfortunately, I'm not able to help him. You, however, are a different matter.
Senor Ferrari thinks it might just be possible to get the next visa for you.
It would take a miracle to get you out of Casablanca, and the Germans have outlawed miracles.
Outlawed miracles.
You must get to America. Believe me, somehow I'll get out and join you. I love you very much, Ilsa.
Your secret will be safe with me.
No, he might not be her husband.
Have you heard about Signor Ugarte and the letters of transit? I'll venture to guess that Ugarte left those letters with Monsieur Rick.
Thank you very much. Good day.
Now, why would Ferrari tell them that?
I have to warn you, sir. I beseech you. This is a dangerous place full of vultures.
This guy.
I'm sorry.
They all know him. They all know he's a pickpocket. Only a tourist don't know that pickpocket. But I suspect what Ilsa said was not true. Because Laszlo and Ilsa don't seem as close as when Ilsa spent time with Rick.
We just barely got cleaned up in time to open.
I told my men to be especially destructive. You know how that impresses Germans?
Écoutez, vous n'êtes pas française, vous, d'aller avec les boches comme ça?
Quoi vous mêlez-vous?
What did you say?
You see, Captain? We cannot regulate the feelings of our people.
Are you entirely certain which side you're on?
I blow with the wind. The prevailing wind happens to be from Vichy.
And if it should change?
Well, surely the right doesn't admit that possibility.
To celebrate our leaving for America tomorrow.
They are speaking nothing but English now.
So we should feel at home when we get to America.
What watch?
10 watch.
Such much?
That is very unique English. What watch? 10 watch. It's 10 watch right now. Awesome.
You get in here. You're underage.
I came with Captain Reno. My husband is with me, too.
He is. Well, Captain Reno's getting broad-minded. Sit down. Where's your husband?
At the roulette table, trying to win enough for our exit visas. Oh, of course he's losing.
Don't try to gamble that.
We come from Bulgaria. Oh, things are very bad there, monsieur.
So you decided to go to America?
Yes, but we have no money.
Does he know that?
Yes.
And he's still willing to give you a visa?
Yes.
So what does he want?
Will he keep his word?
Oh. Okay. I know what he wants.
Your happiness was the only thing that she wanted in the world. She did a bad thing to make certain of it. And the girl kept this bad thing locked in her heart. That would be all right, wouldn't it?
She has to sacrifice herself to Captain Renault to get the visas. So both her and her husband can get out of there and get to America.
Have you tried 22 tonight? I said 22.
Oh, he's helping them his own way. The whole thing is rigged.
22, noir, père et père.
Cash it in and don't come back.
Are you sure this place is honest?
As honest as a day's long.
That doesn't clarify anything. Of course, most of these gambling dens are rigged. That's why I don't gamble. It's so nice of Rick to help the couple.
Boss, you've done a beautiful thing.
Well, you crazy Russian.
Are they that surprised?
As I suspected, you're a rank sentimentalist. Why do you interfere with my little romances?
Your little romances. You're taking advantage of them.
You must know it's very important I get out of Casablanca. It's my privilege to be one of the leaders of a great movement.
My friend, you could make it 1,000,000 francs or 3. My answer would still be the same.
There must be some reason why you won't let me have them.
I suggest that you ask your wife.
I beg your pardon?
Ask your wife.
My wife?
Yes.
I knew it. Issa's not his wife. That's why he's confused.
Play La Marseillaise. Play it.
Okay, they're competing. I suppose, because I'm not familiar, but I suppose they're each singing their own national songs. What did she say? Viva la France. Does that mean long live France?
I advise that this place be shut up at once.
But everybody's having such a good time.
Yes, much too good a time. The place is to be closed.
But I've no excuse to close it.
Find one.
This cafe is closed until further notice. I'm shocked to find that gambling is going on in here.
You're winning, sir.
Oh, thank you very much.
I'm shocked that gambling is going on here, and he still takes his winnings.
To return to occupied France.
Occupied France?
Under safe conduct from me.
Oh, wow.
The French authorities will find a reason to put him in the concentration camp here.
The other alternative?
Death.
Please don't go to the underground meeting tonight.
I must.
Go after Major Strasser's warning tonight. I'm frightened.
To tell you the truth, I'm frightened too. Shall I remain here in our hotel room hiding? Or shall I carry on the best I can? He has the letters.
Yes?
But no intention of selling them.
Did he give you any reason?
He said, ask your wife. When I was in the concentration camp, were you lonely in Paris?
Yes, Victor, I was.
Is there anything you wish to tell me?
Victor, whatever I do, will you believe that I...
You don't even have to say it. I'll believe.
Now I'm the one who's confused. Like, but what is the nature of their relationship? They are husband and wife? I don't seem to recall ever seeing them kiss. I mean, in Paris, she kissed Rick, but she doesn't kiss Laszlo.
In the meantime, everybody stays on salary.
Oh, thank you, Eric. Sasha will be happy to hear it. Then I am going to the meeting.
Now, tell me where you're going.
Richard, I had to see you.
There's Richard again. We're back in Paris.
Please, you can ask any price you want, but you must give me those letters.
Do I have to hear again what a great man your husband is, what an important cause he's fighting for?
It was your cause, too.
I'm not fighting for anything anymore except myself.
He's closed off his heart.
If you knew what really happened, if you only knew the truth.
I wouldn't believe you no matter what you told me. You'd say anything now to get what you want.
Can you at least hear her out? I want to hear the truth.
One woman has hurt you and you take your revenge on the rest of the world. You're a coward and weakling. All right.
Oh.
I tried to reason with you.
Resorting to violence now.
All right, I'll make it easier for you. Go ahead and shoot. You'll be doing me a favor.
If you knew how much I loved you, how much I still love you. It wasn't long after we were married that Victor went back to Czechoslovakia. For months I tried to get word. He was dead, shot, trying to escape. Then I met you.
Why did you keep your marriage a secret?
Victor wanted it that way. That was his way of protecting me. I knew so much about his work.
When did you first find out he was alive?
Just before you and I were to leave Paris together. I wanted to tell you, but I didn't dare. I knew you wouldn't have left Paris and the Gestapo would have caught you, so
Okay, so that's what happened.
I know that I'll never have the strength to leave you again. Oh, you'll help him now, Richard, won't you? Then he'll have his work, all that he's been living for.
He won't have you.
Yeah, he won't have his wife. You can't treat Laszlo that way either.
I don't know what's right any longer. You have to think for both of us.
I mean, I can't exactly blame her. She did think that Laszlo was dead. Oh man, I kind of feel sorry for Laszlo.
Carl, what happened?
The police break up our meeting, Eric. We escaped in the last moment.
I just sometimes wonder if it's worth all this.
We might as well question why we breathe. If we stop breathing, we'll die. If we stop fighting our enemies, the world will die. I wonder if you know that you're trying to escape from yourself, and that you'll never succeed. I know, for instance, that you're in love with a woman. We both should be in love with the same woman. I demand no explanation. I ask you as a favor, use the letters to take her away from Casablanca.
You love her that much?
Yes, I love her that much.
We have a warrant for your arrest.
On what charge?
Captain Renault will discuss that with you later.
If by any chance you were to help him to escape...
What makes you think I'd stick my neck out for Laszlo?
You bet 10,000 francs he'd escape. And, well, you might do it simply because you don't like Strasser's looks. I don't like him either.
Yes, I have the letters. I'm leaving Casablanca on tonight's plane, the last plane. Louis, I'll make a deal with you. If instead of this petty charge you have against him, you could get something really big, quite a feather in your cap, wouldn't it?
It certainly would.
Then release him. You'll be at my place a half an hour before the plane leaves. I'll arrange to have Laszlo come there to pick up the letters, and that'll give you the criminal grounds on which to make the arrest.
Miss Lund, she is very beautiful, yes. But you were never interested in any woman.
She isn't just any woman.
She's the only woman he's interested in.
Call off your watchdogs when you let them go. I don't want them around this afternoon. I'm taking no chances, Louis, not even with you. Oh, by the way, my agreement with Sam has always been that he gets 25% of the profits. Abdul, Carl, and Sasha, they stay with the place if I don't sell.
Of course they stay.
Oh, he sold this cafe. He's really gonna get out of there. Sold this cafe and gave everything away.
This place will never be the same without you, Ricky.
Yes, I've already spoken to Ferrari. You'll still win at roulette. Oh, here they are. You better wait in my office.
What's his plan, really?
Victor thinks I'm leaving with him. Haven't you told him?
Everything is quite all right.
Rick.
We'll tell him at the airport. The less time to think, the easier for all of us.
If Rick really loves her, I think Rick might send Victor and Ilsa away.
Victor Laszlo? Victor Laszlo, you're under arrest. Love, it seems, has triumphed over virtue.
Not so fast, Louis.
Put that gun down.
Louis, I wouldn't like to shoot you, but I will if you take one more step. Call the airport and let me hear you tell them. And remember, this gun is pointed right at your heart.
That is my least vulnerable spot.
Does that mean he doesn't have a heart?
Is that the airport? Huh? There were 2 letters of transit for the Lisbon plane. Good.
Hello? Hello?
Oh.
Have a squad of police meet me at the airport at once.
If you don't mind, you fill in the names. That'll make it even more official. The names are Mr. and Mrs. Victor Laszlo.
No, Richard, no. What has happened to you? Last night
Last night we said a great many things. You're getting on that plane with Victor where you belong.
But Richard, no.
As I thought, of course you do that.
Inside of us, we both know you belong with Victor. Part of his work, the thing that keeps him going.
But what about us?
We'll always have Paris. Where I'm going, you can't follow. What I've got to do, you can't be any part of. Now. Here's looking at you, kid. You said you knew about Ilsa and me. She was at my place last night when you were. She came there for the letters and did her best to convince me that she was still in love with me. That was all over long ago. I understand.
I see. He wanted to reassure Laszlo. He's really letting her go. Because he does love her.
I suppose you know this isn't going to be very pleasant for either of us, especially for you. Victor Laszlo is on that plane.
Get away from that phone. Put it down.
Major Strasser has been shot. Round up the usual suspects.
Round up the usual suspects. Who else is here? There's no one else here.
You're not only a sentimentalist, but you've become a patriot.
It seemed like a good time to start.
Perhaps you're right.
The last plane to Lisbon.
There's a free French garrison over at Brazzaville.
You still owe me 10,000 francs.
10,000 francs should pay our expenses.
Our expenses?
Our expenses? Does that mean he wants to follow him there? I didn't realize that the La Marseillaise is the French national anthem. Like the first time I heard that tune or that music is when I played Worms World Party, and when you use a certain weapon, then you hear that. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I never really knew that it was the French national anthem. In the end, Rick decided to let Ilsa go and be with Victor. Ilsa also had to make a tough decision between Rick and Victor, because Victor is her husband. She loves him, and she was with Victor first, but because she thought Victor died, well, that's why she found Rick and then loved Rick, and then suddenly Victor didn't die. So I can't blame Ilsa for that. I'm sure it was very tough for Rick to make the choice in the end, because we know that he feels very strongly for Ilsa, but he still decides to let her go and be with Victor, which is a very tough choice to make. Perhaps the phrase, "if you really love her, let her go," really fits the situation at the end. It was also very nice to see Rick do a good deed by helping the couple, because I'm sure what happened was Captain Renault told the girl in that couple that, well, we know what he wanted from her, a night in the bed, and she was willing to do it to get the visas to go to Lisbon and fly to America. She was willing to sacrifice herself for the sake of her husband without letting her husband know about it. And it would have been a very heavy burden on her heart. And Rick was so kind to allow her husband to win in the roulette and get enough money to go to America. So that was very nice of him. I had thought that what the girl faced was similar to what Ilsa faced, and that's why she didn't tell Rick, but turns out it wasn't actually that complicated. She found Rick because she thought Victor was dead, and then turns out Victor alive, and therefore she went to help Victor because Victor needed her, and then she left Rick at the railway station. Okay, let me go back and read the note that I missed out. You know, sometimes when I missed out reading some of these notes or cursive writing from movies, I forget to go back and read them. Richard, I cannot go with you or ever see you again. You must not ask why. Just believe that I love you. What's that? Is that J? Yeah? I don't know. My darling. And God bless you, Ilsa. Oh, go. Go, my darling. And like I said, I really like how they, because he's in the rain, right? So the rain is pouring down and washing all the ink away, as if asking Richard to forget about her. The rain will wash all these memories away, all these sad, sad memories. And I like listening to Sam play the piano and sing. He has a nice singing voice, deep and soothing. And there we go, Casablanca, a complicated but lovely love story, but also kind of sad for Rick at the end because he couldn't be with the woman he loves. Hopefully, after this, he fully lets go of Ilsa and then opens his heart up for another woman. In a way, you could even say that's quite tragic, the choice that he had to make. But he did it because he loved her. If you enjoyed the reaction, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.